Hey everybody, Rob Childs here, a rapier swordsman out of the United States. And if you haven't already picked up on the title of the video and figured out that this is not your typical rapier combat instructional, then you're absolutely correct. I thought it would be kind of fun in order to dredge up some old video that had occurred almost 20 years ago when I was a newly promoted captain in the United States Air Force. I thought it would be kind of fun to put this together and give you a little bit of instruction on the art of choreography of a sword fight. Now, the thing that you have to remember here is that when you're talking about choreography, whether you're talking about lightsaber combat or whether you're talking about rapiers, long swords for film or a short video of any kind, you got to remember one thing. If the actors perform those moves the same way that an actual swordsman is going to perform those moves, meaning it's going to be subtle, it's going to be fast, there's going to be deception, there's going to be things happening that the average layman can't see. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that all of the motions that you are putting into that fight, the big sweeping cuts are indeed that. They are big, they are sweeping, they are obvious and able to be seen by the average layman. The thrusts have to be foretold by a big tell in the body, so that way somebody who doesn't have any sword fighting skill experience is going to be able to follow along and hopefully actually connect to the fight in such a way that they're thinking somewhere in the back of their mind, hey, you know what, with enough training, I think I could do that too. So this particular Star Wars hangar fight, if you will, came about because like I said, I was a newly promoted captain in the Air Force and I had just been stationed in Misawa Air Base, Japan. I got contacted by a group of folks there that were putting on, or wanted to put on, this Star Wars fight scene that was being put on as a contest by a website somewhere out there. What they had was everything they needed as far as the knowledge on how to rotoscope and sound, and they had cameras and computer equipment galore, but what they didn't have was a swordsman. So they asked if I would be kind enough to lend a hand and give them the benefit of my experience and choreograph the entirety of their sword fight. All I needed from them was the story of what they were trying to convey, and the rest of it was mine to shape as I will. So before taking that on, however, I knew that if I was going to do this right, I had to show something that hadn't been seen before. I mean, at the time, this is roughly 2002, the internet was flooded with fan films of all kinds of one swordsman versus another swordsman. So I knew that I had to throw in something a little bit extra if I was going to catch that eye and help to propel this, this Star Wars fight scene into the top 10, at least, on their finishers. So what you're about to see is what I came up with, and right off the bat, I'm going to have to say, you're going to have to excuse the film quality. Remember, this was done almost 20 years ago, so obviously the digital technologies and whatnot involved were a little bit more archaic than they are now. So, but barring that, I think what you're going to see is something that you're going to enjoy. I know we had a great time filming it ourselves. It was like a 16-hour day, but in the end, I think it actually turned out rather well.